Today is April 12th, 2012. We're here for the digging of the palms, the seedling bed that was put in, what, 2006, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 2006.
The seeds.
In the late summer.
Yeah.
And we're here to dig them up. They've been through the worst winters, completely unprotected. And today they've gotten so big, they've outgrown their plot. So we're going to pull them out and pot them up and move some around the garden.
Okay.
I'm going to start here to rake the pine straw back. There are two double trunk trachycarpus right here that I'm going to go ahead and dig up to start. So let's give it a whirl.
How far down do you think the roots go?
I think the root system goes down at least a foot below the frost line. It's just I'm hitting something very hard here with the rock. The soil here is that Northern Virginia developers scrape. So, who knows what kind of rocks they put in here and the like.
Plus, it's been pretty dry this spring.
Yeah, it really is.
Made it harder.
The soil is very difficult to break. But I'm starting to get a purchase on it. Unfortunately, I think I'm destroying a lot of the root system in the process, but
I didn't think about it. We could have soaked it with water yesterday. Made it a little easier, maybe.
yeah. Still filming?
Yeah.
Good, okay. All right. Starting to loosen things up here a little bit. Wow, these guys are really in there.
There you go.
We just split part of the shovel. That tells you how hard we've got to dig here. I may have to get a relief shovel in here with a fiberglass handle I have in the garage. This is demonstrating what you would call not really favorable growing conditions for a lot of plants.
Yeah.
But
when they've been exposed out here, what's this, like the northwest side of the house?
yeah, this is the northwest side of the house. It doesn't get sun all hours of the day. Like
So in the wintertime,
back, like the nice specimens you saw in the back, that's a whole nother ball game.
But in the wintertime here, it doesn't get any sun.
Virtually none.
Yeah.
Virtually none, except in the late afternoon. So you're not dealing with the most ideal, palm growing location.
Well, that's what we wanted. We wanted to let them kind of fend for themselves, see which ones came through.
Now, I've taken some, oh no.
That looked pretty good. Uh-oh. No, they look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's what we got. And what we're going to do, we're going to take these and we're going to take our special potting mix. Yeah, you know what? You're right. That's what the root ball looks like.
Yeah.
So let's go over here to our mix, which is pine fines, composted leaves, coffee grounds, and some used potting soil from old pots that I've had that it has been sitting out, and it's got a little weeds in it, but that's not going to matter.
No. So that mix looks good. Looks nice and porous.
Yeah, it's friable. It should be. Well, the palm trees are blown away. It should be something that these palms would want to grow in.
Yeah, it's important for these that you don't want to over amend it either. You want it just kind of average and no peat moss.
Yeah, absolutely peat moss.
Just some organic matter. Some
compost would be the best, followed by leaf mold that's well rotted, which I put in here. and then the pine fines to give it a little tilth.
Yeah.
As you can see, some of the old potting soil has quite a bit of tilth to it too. It's got some, it looks like perlite in it, but you know, that, to these palms, you saw the heavy soil they came out of.
Yeah, they look really good.
It's not going to matter. So what I'm going to do, take one of these smaller pots, and we're going to take our newly excised palm. I want the maple seeds to grow up through it. Put some on the bottom. Let's put our palm in here and slowly build up.
Don't forget the healthy start, the mycorrhiza.
Oh yes, let's get that open right now.
This is called Healthy Start. It's a mycorrhiza formulation, so it can re-inoculate the soil and help the roots reestablish themselves quickly. So we're going to put a big old handful in here with this.
Okay, let me just rip this open, just to sprinkle in the.
Yeah, just get it in there around the roots.
It doesn't matter if it gets into the mix.
No, because
use it again.
it's important. This is not a fertilizer. It's just a root-enhancing product. So it's not going to burn anything. It's going to help the roots reestablish quickly and increase in size and mass. So it's going to help the plant pretty much establish quickly.
Okay. Here's our first one. And notice I planted it a little deep because you're going to get some settling once you start to water it. And that's our first one. So,
Palms away.
Joe, because you've done so much work for the Virginia Pond Society, let me get this dead pond off. That's essentially gone. I'm giving you this, our first plant that we pulled out of the ground.
Take a trachy day.
Take a trachy day. And, you know, if you hadn't convinced me that we should try this, we would never be doing this right now. So, you know, based on all the misinformation, we'll water that in. But that's our first one.
That's great. So now we've documented the process. People can see what's involved in doing this.
And if you have one that has a slightly larger root mass, like this one does, then we'll use a slightly larger pot.
Okay, we've incorporated more of the Healthy Start into the potting mix here. So that's going to really give any plant that we use as soil for, it's going to give it a nice start and get the roots going right away.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're going to leave these potted up. And, you know, Joe, to ensure this one's survival, if you don't plant it this year, you know, maybe put it in the greenhouse for a little while. For a short survival.
We still got a whole forest of trachys over here.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before we get this all done. So I think
Got a nice harvest of seeds here on the trachy palm. They almost look like Concord grapes, don't they?
yeah, I mean, these are native, I mean, not native, but locally grown, Potomac Falls, Virginia grown. And I'm going to cut them off. And we'll use them to grow more palms in our seed bed here. And we also, up here, we have some more female seed stalks coming, flower stalks, so we're going to propagate more.
And then we're going to leave this one on the side for now anyway and let the seeds ripen. They've actually, some of them already dropped down on the ground here. So, and that will come up, they'll just sprout right up in the soil here. So that's what we're going to do for now.
Yes, we'll be naturalizing the trachycarpus.